Hey, what's up, y'all? This right here is my beautiful wife.
Mm-hmm.
My amazing and gorgeous wife, Yana.
Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome, babe.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? This is my delectable and delicious husband.
There we go again with that delectable and delicious.
Ayize.
You know, we actually had a situation the other day when I was in the car and I was accidentally playing one of our videos, and you said the whole thing about me being delicious and wanting to taste me. And
broaden
no,
that
I'm just saying, like, I mean,
that's just what comes to mind for me.
Our son was in the car, and so it was a quiet moment, y'all. You know, an awkward moment that we had in the car with my son.
I wasn't in the car.
You wasn't in the car, but I was in the car with my son, and so it was an awkward moment where Iana, she was on the video and she was saying that I was delicious and she wanted to taste me, and so it was real quiet.
I didn't say all of that.
No, you did say that.
I didn't say that.
You did say that.
I know I didn't say I want to taste you. I know I didn't say that.
You said something about like not tonight or something like that. But in any event, our son heard that, and so it was real quiet in the car for a second. Then I said, "My bad," and then we both started laughing. So it was a bonding moment, but at the expense of him hearing some stuff that he and our mommy, connect around. So in any event, today's topic, y'all, we're gonna be talking about gaslighting. So what is gaslighting? Gaslighting is basically when somebody attempts to make somebody else feel as though what they perceive, what they see, what they think, what they experience is not what it is. Mm-hmm. And so it's a situation where you actually try to manipulate somebody's understanding of reality, which is based off of their own perception. And so we see this a lot in relationships. You know, my wife and I were both licensed therapists, and so we're working with couples on an ongoing basis. And oftentimes, like, somebody saying, like, it wasn't me. I wasn't the one that was cheating. Your perception of reality is faulty. It wasn't that many times, et cetera, et cetera. And so, again, when people do that, it starts to make the other person question, like, is what he's saying real? Is what she's saying true?
Maybe I'm off.
Yeah, maybe I'm off. And so it becomes damaging in a relationship, because if you start to question your perception of reality, you're starting to question yourself. Mm-hmm. You're starting to question the truth, and you never really get to what the underlying reasons are if you can't trust what you see, what you hear, based off of your person trying to make you think that it's other than what it actually is.
Yes. Look, there's a couple of things that I want to lift up around this issue. And the first is this. A lot of times people try to base whether or not they can trust what the other person is saying, or whether or not they are doing the most, or, being extra, based on what they think the other person's intentions are. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's real easy to see, you know what, you trying to get me. You're trying to take advantage. Mm-hmm. You're trying to go out tonight. You're trying to do whatever. And so it's very clear. But then there are other times where the person is not conscious.
Yeah.
They're not conscious of the fact that they're gaslighting. Mm-hmm. They're so wrapped up into what they want, to their perspective, their view. They're manipulating. They're very needy. They need you to, validate them, make it okay, whatever they're feeling and that kind of thing, that they're not always aware. So I want folks to understand that looking outside of ourselves, and here's where it really is, looking outside of ourselves to find out whether or not something is or isn't a certain thing. Mm-hmm. Am I seeing what I think I see? Mm-hmm. Am I feeling what I think I feel? You don't base that on what somebody else gives you. You have to first and always first trust your own instincts. Mm-hmm. Trust your gut. Trust what comes up for you. Yeah. And so it doesn't mean that what comes up for you is always the final analysis. No. But what it means is that you have to lean into what it is that your mind and spirit is telling you. A lot of times we just get into this habit, baby, of externalizing. Mm-hmm. That's what we call it in therapy, externalizing. Everything that you take in, the way you live your life, the way you flow in your relationship or out in the world, is based on what other people say, what other people do, what they don't say, how they look, how they come in, what their opinion is. You have something going on, and you say, what do you think? Then you go to your mama, well, what do you think? Then you go to your aunt, well, I want to call my girl, what do you think? What do you think?
Yeah.
Where are you with it? Because everybody else can have 1,000 different perspectives, but at the end of the day, you got to learn to trust your own gut. And so that's the cure. That's the cure for being gaslighted. It's just to stop, pause, and say, what am I really feeling? What am I really seeing? Let me make sure that I trust that first and foremost. Yeah. Because when you do that, you really can't go wrong. You will always arrive at the truth. Yeah. That's my firm belief. You'll arrive at the truth if you just trust yourself.
All right, y'all. Peace.